Coconut water, electrolytes.
This is
Let's
how
get it in.
this
Let's
is
get
where I
it
want to
in.
start.
Let's get it in.
This is where I want to
Let's get
start.
it in. You start wherever you want to
This
start.
is where I want to start.
Starting 4 seasons and coconut water.
This is where we're gonna start.
There are some things that I accept. Like I don't really work out in them things, but come on, we gotta start working out. I'm on this lunch thing. Was that Beyonce? It was Beyonce. But the food thing I gotta take serious, Chuckie, as well. The older you get, you start blocking your body. Don't really allow you to just eat certain things and just function. So it's wild.
It's what? So Poet hit me about 10 minutes ago talking about, you know what, food thing, you know what I mean, have to be careful what you put in the system. What is it that you got there, my G?
4 seasons. If you know about 4 seasons, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's proper food. Some of you lot ain't seen 4 seasons. Come England, you get them in one day. 4 seasons, baby.
Hey.
Chat to them properly when you chat to them, man.
Kill me, you know.
Come on, man.
Now what is it though? What have you got?
Oh, I'm over here with this soya chicken, and I got this roast duck with a 1 rice. And obviously, I know you lot don't like when I eat on camera, so I'll put it away.
You know what? That place there, Guani.
Come on.
The one that EA put me on.
Which one?
What's that one? What's that place there? That food. Anytime I ask you to order me food, where'd you get it from?
Lorenzo's.
Lorenzo. Yeah.
What type of food's that?
Filipino soul food.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Feels right.
Big
I'll
them
tell you
up
one
still.
thing. I feel like Chuckie might have PTSD from 4 seasons.
Why? What happened?
A certain rapper invited us there one time for a conversation, and Chuckie said
yeah.
no.
Oh yeah.
Chuckie said no.
That, yeah. That was Gigs. Gigs said, "Yo, pull up on a gangster thing." I said, "Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. What's going on?" In my head, I'm like, "What's going on?" But yeah, it ended up being a good moment in the end. But
So we know the tax bracket Gigs lives in. Obviously, I don't
yeah,
live
from
there,
early.
but I'm eating 4 seasons.
And you know
Respect
certain
me.
man have
Come
been
on,
up
man.
from- you know, certain man have been up from a long
Ever.
time. You know.
Yeah.
I was thinking this the other day. Skepta has been up for years. You know. He's been up for a long time. Like obviously a different type of up. Like this up now is that's a different up. But I'm talking about for the time. Do you get what I'm saying? For the time, he's been up.
G Fresh.
Oh my god, bro. G Fresh. You can't play with G Fresh. Sincere. Yeah. Them man are doing their thing. They big them up and they're one of us.
My brethren, I'm on the phone too. Come on, he's been up. My brethren have been up, man. I don't like. You know what is the best thing about seeing people that are up as an aesthetic? I know this must look terrible on camera, people. I do apologize. Bear with me.
That's how it goes sometimes.
But see people that have been up for time. I love when I go away for a little period of time. I ain't seen them, and I come back and they've sustained or they've improved. That makes me feel so happy, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like when I see certain man and it's just the 50 Cent line. Damn, homie.
Yeah.
In high school, you was the man.
I'm telling
homie.
you, what the fuck happened?
To you.
Do you know who's down?
Gone.
Cartel.
Oh
and let me
my
tell you
God.
something.
You need
yeah?
to stop this.
Let me tell you something.
Talk to them.
See New Year's Eve? Go there. If you're going to Jamaica or you're in Jamaica or whatever and you're going to that show, go there with low expectations.
You're
and
bad,
you'll enjoy
man.
yourself.
I saw your tweet.
Yeah,
I saw your tweet.
You'll enjoy yourself with the low expectation. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy it then. He's not ready, bro. He's not ready.
So
He's
why
not
did they put the
ready.
pressure for this then?
I don't know why I don't know what's happening here. What is making this feel like this needs to happen? He's not ready. And it's concerning, to be honest with you. I don't want to see somebody like that go up on the stage and collapse or
On a serious one, you're right. On a serious one,
But like, you know what? Just be better. Figure out what that looks like, and when you're ready, come back outside and do the legendary thing. Right now, especially in a moment where see Cartel, he's going viral a lot through just being himself because he is quite funny. Yeah, but it's like in that, you know, this can turn in any way now. The moment that you collapse on stage or something happens, or you get what I'm saying, it's immediately on TikTok. Immediately.
Oh, we don't
It goes
really
on
know.
TikTok first and then it will go on X afterwards. TikTok is quick for these type of things.
It's so mad how you have to find out about your people them through social media. So
Yeah.
Carter has to be careful. I thought he broke up with Sidem.
No.
Let's see them together.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're strong. Did you
I
not
like
see?
that.
Did you not? Yeah, I'm telling you. Did you not see the one where they were? They would look like they was in the bathroom, and then he was standing behind her. I can't remember exactly what they were doing, but anyway, he started squeezing up her body, and then he said, "Yo, you're gonna make my body long." Hey, God, tell it's funny, you know.
He is not serious
Man
guy.
said it long till it been like banana.
I just like the fact that he's just out here with Cole Palmer t-shirts on.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
Like, Cole Palmer really done that thing when he was a young budding talent. No one may have foresaw what he was doing now. Cartel, the way he's a bit... Because he showed you from the XOXO. I just love how in tune he is.
Yeah.
Even at this age. So
Yeah.
shout out Cartel, man. Say them.
You got
All of them.
Cartel. Another just quick random thing. Lauryn Hill. So I went to go and see Lauryn Hill. I was in Amsterdam. Actually, let me just tell the whole story. My brethren, is his birthday. He wanted to go to Amsterdam or Tilburg to go and see Party Next Door. And that made sense as well because there was a connect that I was making in amongst between his team or whatever, yeah. So anyway, I was like, yeah,
Shout
do you
to
know what?
them!
So I was like, yeah, do you know what? Cool, let's make that happen. So anyway, we've gone down there. I've booked the flight to go, but I actually didn't book a return ticket. I didn't because I was thinking maybe I might stay for a little bit longer. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I spoke to Twin, my brother Twin, and we was talking on the phone, and he said, "Oh, you know, Lauryn Hill's got a show in Amsterdam the next day." I was like, "Oh, swear! I ain't even booked a return ticket. Can you pattern a guess this?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, then cool." So he sorted it all out, whatever. Went to Amsterdam, stayed there for the extra day, went to the Lauryn Hill show. Yeah,
That's incredible,
I've got to the.
That's incredible.
Yeah, my brethren didn't end up coming. He was doing whatever he was doing. I've gone on solo, so I've gone there now. Big little bit of a passer getting in. I've got there late, to be fair. So I've got there. I must have got there about 9:15. When I've got there now, these times it's Lauryn Hill and the Fuji. So I'm thinking they're probably going to be on for quite a while or whatnot. Times where I need to get in there because I want to see the intro. So anyway, I've got there. My name's not on the door. There was this whole thing going on, whatnot. In the end, someone had to come and get me. Yeah.
What twin was this?
What's venue?
Well, no, what twin was this?
Alec.
Twin B?
Yeah.
It's twice now, twin. You
What's
done it
that?
to the Mandem in Sweden. It's twice now.
He what?
We love you.
What happened?
Yeah, I tried to do a little stunty one. Like, yeah, some girls hit me up in Sweden. What can you get one of the? Come on, twin. Come on, twins pattern that. They've got there,
Dave's not on the list.
and I'm here, and I'm here,
Yeah.
I'm here, and they're there.
Did you get in though? Did he not sort it out?
No, they went home.
Oh no!
But carry on your thing, man.
Yeah,
Carry on your
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
carry
I
on
got
your
in.
thing,
I got in. But anyway, someone's come to get me or whatnot. So I've actually got in there late. I got in there at like 10 to 10. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm
That
missing
is
bare of the thing. Yeah,
Can't come out.
she ain't come out.
Of course not.
She's not even come out. The DJ was obviously seemed like she was doing her thing or whatnot, but everyone was just standing there and like she hadn't come out yet. Then it dawned on me. There is a lot of conversation about Lauryn Hill being late. Yeah. Every time she's performing. And I realised she's never late.
Yeah.
She's always on time.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, yeah? You can't always have if everyone's saying she's always late, but this is the time that she's always coming out, she's not late. She's just coming out at the time that she's coming out. And she's prepared, it seems to me, that she's prepared to pay the extra P to go over if need be. But as far as she's concerned, I'm coming out at 10 or in and around 10, whatever country or whatever time zone, that's the time I'm coming out. And you know what?
It works.
It works. But the other thing that I thought was quite interesting, yeah, is I don't know if you've ever heard this about Lauryn Hill, but like sometimes people criticize her live show because it's not really the way that they expect it to be.
In what
And
sense?
so when she's singing the songs, yeah, the way that the songs are being played isn't the way that you would necessarily know them.
She's not on the rights though, right? Because she don't.
I think it must be something to do with that, bro.
I'm sure it's something to do with she had to start. I think she lost. Double check for me for sure. But that album that she has,
Yeah.
there's a lot of it that she doesn't own, so she wasn't making a huge amount of money off that fantastic
Right.
album. So she had to redo everything live, a little bit similar to Ashanti and I think Taylor Swift before
Yeah,
her,
Taylor
but
Swift's
not.
doing it. Yeah, a
but
few
they
people
didn't
have
do
been
it.
doing it. Yeah,
But they didn't do actually a project to redo it. They just when they do their live show, just so they don't have to.
they just alter it.
She doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't own the rights.
Which is
All right,
fine with
so
She
yeah,
don't
they
own the
do.
rights to her song. Who does? Is it the label or is it a particular person?
Some.
Robert
So-
Robert Glasper. Pianist Robert Glasper is accused of stealing music from his friends. That's a different situation, right?
Situation. But it does
Robert
say
Glasper's
here-
cold as well, by the way.
It does say here, Hill has said she remixes her songs live because she hasn't released an album. since-
Right. Yeah. See, this makes sense. This makes sense.
Oh, is there another reason?
Nah. So like when I watched it, because when she's doing it, yeah, she makes it a bit hard to sing along with her at times because she's jumping in different pockets.
Yarting.
Yeah. She's jumping in different pockets, and I can see like sometimes when people are trying to sing along with her, yeah, they can't really
Catch the
they can't really
rhythm.
catch her.
Yeah, I
she's
hear it,
going
I
all
hear
over
it.
the place. But you know what? Yeah. On one hand, I can see how like it could be frustrating for the fan who's going there. They don't know the politics of all of this. As far as they're concerned, they're going there to sing along to some songs that mean a lot to them with the artist, yeah? And so that's an important thing for them. But you know what? When I was watching it for what it was, I actually thought it was quite sick. Because it was almost like a different rendition of elements of it, but it was still done in a sick way though. You could still see that like, it wasn't like she was doing it because, you know what, she can't sing the song so much and she's a bit older and she can't hit that note anymore or she can't move the same or whatnot. Bro, it doesn't seem like she's lost a step, you know.
But
Her
I think she has.
tone...
Do me a favour. Could you phone this person? I think it's the 2 letters.
Her tone and like her cadence, the way that she's doing it, even when she did Lost Ones, bad. Like on a proper rude boy thing. Yeah. You just lost one, but you're my lost. Yeah.
Yo.
Brother, the way that she's done that was so cold, bro. It was actually sick to watch.
And you love live performances.
I love live performances, and and also it's important for me. If I'm a fan of yours, it's important for me to be able to go to the show and be able to sing along with you and rap the bars and whatever. But this time, for whatever reason, it almost felt like it didn't really matter to me too much. I felt like I was just watching a new rendition of something that was just sick, though.
It's so good that you're able to look at it with those eyes because people like me are just miserable.
Yeah, no,
We've been playing this album for so long.
Yeah,
At least let me sing along to one of the situations. But once you find out the reasons, it should make you
you can
just
see
go,
it a little bit differently.
Yeah,
But also, I'm
100.
also talking from a point of privilege in a sense that I got there at 10 to 10 and she came out 5 minutes later. I didn't get there at 6.
Oh, where you've
Do
been
you get
waiting
what I'm
for so
saying?
long.
Imagine you've got there at 6 o'clock now.
Yeah.
You don't know the politics. You got there at 6. You just want to be there. You want to get a few drinks and you want to just find your spot. And now you want to sing along with your artist because you know at some point you're going to come on in and around 9 o'clock. Because that's usually the times that artists come out, yeah?
Makes sense.
But all 10 o'clock now, she's just coming out. It's like, and then now you're not even really singing it the same. And then on top of that, do you know what?
I hear you.
Young
I do
little
hear you.
critique of the show though, because I will have to do a bit of that.
I like that. It's not always perfect.
So hear what I'm saying.
Go true.
She brought out her firstborn son, right? Big him up, right? Zion's come out, right? She's done Zion and that, by the way. That was nice. Yeah, that was good, yeah. Zion's come out. Cool, nice little moment or whatnot. Then he sings like, he must have done about a medley of 5 or 6 Bob Marley songs. Now, when I watched it, I thought, obviously, yeah, like one Bob Marley, I see the connection and whatever. Then he's done another one. Then he's done another one. And then he's done another one. And I'm like,
You're not Bob.
I don't really know if I'm loving this.
Why?
Because you're not Bob. And you're not Bob's son. Yeah, you might be his great grandson or something in there like that. But I hear it because obviously he is who he is, innit? But I didn't come here for this. I came here because I wanted to see Lauryn do her thing. I didn't come here for a big rendition of Bob Marley who, like, in all due respect, yeah, didn't even meet him.
How about this? That is so funny. A man said he didn't even meet him. Oh my god, man can't even big up their family no more. It's mad. But you know
what
what?
I'm saying, though?
It's so mad. That means everyone that went there probably walked home disappointed.
Then she brought out her other son. What's his name? YG. What's his name again?
With the tune.
Yeah, the one with the tune or whatever. He
Crazy.
came out, he did his thing and whatnot, and that was kind of cool. And then he did something else afterwards, and it was like, all right, cool. Look, wait, hold on, stop. Yeah, let's stop all doing this. I hear all of that, but she came on at 10. Yeah, but I wanted to see her doing her thing, innit? But yeah. Aside from that, though, it was good though.
I think, yeah.
It was good.
The moment that I could be wrong anyway, but the moment she can't do it the way the album is, you mix up the whole blood clot thing.
What, mix it up?
Once you can't do the way that you want to do it, like that way there is no blueprint no more.
No.
We have to make a new blueprint. And on top of that, she has to take into consideration the current climate, throwing your pickney them, they're older now. But making them do 5 songs of Bob Marley, to be totally honest with you, for me doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. And you know what? I think probably the best way for Lauren to keep this tour up is to do a piece on like the rights thing, and also like letting people know, yeah, I'm going out on tour and I'm doing a version of this album. So that way, at least not everyone's gonna see it, but it couldn't get around that you're gonna go and you're gonna see a different experience. And I think people that are going there for the experience that they're expecting to see, it might eradicate a little bit of that now, because you know, okay, I'm gonna see something different. I don't know what I'm gonna see, but I'm prepared to see something different. But yeah, man. Yeah, he's here. Well, go on. What are you saying about that?
Oh, DJ Love. Oh, God, mate. How are you, my bro? See you. I can see it, man. I've never seen anyone put their jacket on the chair over there. Proper manners, you know.
Gee, you know. Yeah, man.
What's going on?
You good?
Yeah, man.
How do you feel?
I feel good, man.
I was outside.
Outside.
I was outside.
In the cold.
Yeah, I hear it.
He's really outside.
Yeah, really outside in the cold.
Really outside.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about all the stuff what you're doing in a little bit, but we're just getting through some things at the moment, because I was just talking about going to a live show and seeing Lauryn Hill, but the show not being the way that it was and blah blah. But we're not gonna go into all of that now. But still, also, do you know as well? Yeah, did you hear about? There's 37% of the clubs that were once open are closed now. By the way,
It don't surprise me.
yeah.
And did you hear about
37%.
Shoreditch as well, yeah?
What's happened there?
Yo, there's gonna be some mad thing where they're shutting it all. That late licensing. It's all getting dropped out because of the people loitering in the area afterwards. And I knew this was going to happen because it's too close to the city and where everything nice and people are paying big
it's all
B.
changing up,
Eventually, a man's going to say, yo, I'm spending 3K a month to live here.
Yeah.
I don't want this riff-raff around here.
Yeah.
And I'm just downstairs having a good time. Big man, allow me, man. Riff-raff sometimes, man.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me. Hey, I swear, did Alexandra Palace used to have a late license? I swear they did at one point.
What do you mean? It was crazy over at Alexandra Palace late. And then people, yeah, of course they did. And then they've got a late license now. They just don't know.
They just don't know.
They just don't know.
Black Coffee's there, but it's done at 11 o'clock. So when I'm hearing that it's done at 11 o'clock, I'm saying, hold on a minute. So Alexandra Palace now, they don't have that late license anymore. And I remember back in the day, I was at Alexandra Palace late. What ends are you from? Tottenham. So, wait, what era did you grow up in? What like, as a youth, man? What was your era?
So I was born 85.
All right, okay. So yeah, you late garage-ish,
100.
So Solid.
100.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
100.
So Solid was in Alexandra Palace. There's a thing of that. They was there. I'm sure that was late in the night, them times there. Yeah, the whole thing's changed, bro. The whole thing.
But that's what makes it so interesting. I know you're going to go and talk about other things as well,
Yeah,
but then
bro.
that's when to the right begins to feel right. Because if you can't really party inside,
Take it outside.
you have to bring the party outside.
Outside.
And do you know what it looks like to me? Just for me, back in the day, I don't know what anyone else done. There used to be DVDs, Passa Passa and all these other ones, yeah. And you would just watch sound culture in Jamaica, gala jumping out of trees. It's mad. And people are just outside. And then you go, I wonder what that looks like in England. What's England's version of that? And now we've got AG at King's Cross with Skepta and Jamie. Conan.
crazy.
It's beginning to feel, to me,
Yeah.
Feel right. I'm getting my own passa. I ain't got no one in the tree yet jumping out, but
Yeah.
we're working towards it.
Do you know what? Let's actually get straight to that, to be fair. Like, where... So you're from Tottenham, yeah?
Yeah.
And so you was obviously DJing, like learning how to DJ from a long time and being outside from that aspect from a minute.
Yeah, so I suppose it kind of, people don't know this, but I started DJing when I was maybe 14, 15.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the shop Index in
No.
Wood Green. It's like an Argos, effectively. It's like the equivalent.
Index.
So Index, you got Little Woods, you got
Old
Oh, little,
school.
yeah.
you got
Okay,
the old
I get you.
school.
Yeah.
Index.
So yeah, Christmas I said to my mum, I said, listen, there's this like little CD player things. One CD here, you got the mixer, another CD thing here. Yeah, I want that. So she bought it for me, yeah. She struggled for that, got me that. And like I was buying CDs from like HMV and all the equivalents. And I remember having the
What was the
option-
first CD? What was the first one? Do you remember?
You know what? It might have been Chocolate Boy, maybe.
Oh yeah. Hey, Chocolate Boy was massive at one point, you know.
Yeah, I think
That's
it
a
was
big Y,
Chocolate
by the
Boy.
way. No, but still.
Yeah. So my so I think that was
like-
one of my first records. But I remember kind of during that period being given like £5 a week pocket money, and the option was to get the bus or to save it. I used to save it. I'll save it. I walk with my brethren, and then we'll go HMV and I'll buy a CD every single week. So I built my collection. Then I kind of left the kind of DJ thing behind. And when I got to sixth form, my friends were MCing.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I got to do this MCing thing. I started writing bars, and then I done the whole MC thing. Released a few mixtapes. But I just fell out of love with it.
Oh, you released some mixtapes.
Yeah, but let's not talk about all of that because let's just shovel that up and
Don't do that.
bury
Yeah,
that. No, we
yeah.
have to bury that.
That's when I first met him.
yeah.
Oh, so you know him from them times
yeah,
there?
yeah. From the
Oh
MCing.
man.
That's why I rate him.
Yeah.
This is a long journey.
Yeah, so it's a long journey. So doing the MCing thing, and I was like breaking even. I was not making no money. And then one time, I don't know if you remember Scribbler.
Of course.
Yeah, Scribbler. Yeah, he sat me down. I never told this story. He sat me down. He's like, bro. He's like, nah, man, this ain't for you, bro. He's like, you're not good enough. It was straight, and I was like, huh? And obviously that hurt. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, yeah, you're not good enough. I'm like, I had to just take that in. I was like, you know what? Maybe you're right. You know, I just started DJing. And so like 2011 was when I first got my first sort of gig. I was in South London house party. I've done pubs, restaurants, clubs, you name it, taken a small money. And then it wasn't until 2022 that I started TikTok.
Oh.
That's when I started TikTok inside. And that was as a result of, I was working in a FTSE 250 company. And they brought in a new director, and I thought I was going to get that job. And they kind of bypassed me, and they hired externally. So I was like, you know what, man?
Sorry.
I just became disengaged, man. So we settled, everything got patterned, and then my kids, I got 2 kids, they were like, oh, like, why don't you start a TikTok? I'm like, nah, man, that's for babies, man. There's all 12 and 13-year-olds on there. I'm not going to be starting a TikTok. But eventually I just saw sense. I was like, look, let me just try. So alongside my job, I was doing TikToks. I'll start in the morning, then go to work. Then lunchtime, go back on.
What, inside?
Yeah,
In your yard?
Yeah. So I was working remotely then.
That's
So in the morning, TikTok, then start my job. Lunchtime, back on TikTok, then do work, and then after work. And I just done it for 3 months. I worked out that I could monetize and earn the same as I was working. So I just locked off the job, and the rest is history. First year, I stayed inside. The second year, I saw Suat. Now, I like to give credit, yeah? I give credit to all people that have helped me, and I saw Suat on YouTube. So I don't know if you know who he is, but he's someone that does like walking DJ.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, what? You can do it? You can even go outside and do that? I didn't know.
Did you see Wiley doing it in COVID?
No.
That's when I first saw
No.
it. Of course, Wiley's the first person I saw doing it. I was like, yeah.
I didn't see why they do that either, no.
No.
But in that sort of format. Obviously,
yeah.
I've always seen people do it, but yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so kind of when I saw that, I was like, raw, we can do that, man. And we just built something that was quite similar. But you can see I'm only a short boy and I don't weigh that much. So 23 kg of weight, it's long. So we started with it's long. Started in Wood Green, we're going into shops, we're causing a bit of havoc. And then one day I just parked the thing in the middle of the road. Obviously, Poe, you've seen me do it. Innit? In the middle of Wood Green, I just sat it down. And my views didn't change. It was like 2.5k people watching. I'm like, why are they watching this? Didn't make no sense. But then I realized they like the drama of There's the bus that's close by. Like anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't need to carry this no more. We can do the stationary thing. And then and I suppose at that point, I was just mainly focused on just because I was bored, so I wanted to get out. That was my initial reason. TikTok, I was doing all right, but I was like, I need to get out. So we got out now, and then I'm trying to think, what's the moment that clicked for me? It's when I started seeing, like, interacting with people that they're just miserable, man. Everyone outside is just upset. They're miserable. I'm straight up.
Yeah,
the kids, and also the kids are disengaged with school for the most part. I was like, how can we fix this? Like, my initial reason to go out because I was bored, but now it's bigger than that. It's actually, I can lift people with music and interaction, and that's what we started doing.
Do you know what? Just quick side note, yeah. When you mentioned about kids being disengaged from school, something funny is happening right now within in my life. Yeah, I'm gonna mention this one, bro. I'm sure he's not gonna be mad at me mentioning this, yeah. But he was not motivated really in school. He goes to school though. He'll do his thing, whatever. But when he came out of school and he's trying to figure out what he wants to do, he's going to college but not really loving it. And then he stopped going to college, and then like he's sleeping mad late. I'm speaking to my dad and that, and he's like, yeah, no, he's still sleeping. I'm like, what do you mean he's still sleeping? It's 1 o'clock and that. He's sleeping, bro. All like literally there'd be moments here where he'd be sleeping until all 3 o'clock in the day, we're hearing, yeah. And that was worrying me a little bit because I'm having some reasonings with him and whatever else, yeah. And I'm saying to him, like, we're just talking a lot about life. Bro, this dude, he's got a job, yeah. He's up at 5:30 in the morning and loving it. Listen, I can't even believe, like, no one has to wake him up, you know. Fair. He's just up. Like, because he's doing something that he is interested in doing, and he feels comfort in being there and whatnot, yeah. He is super motivated to be up. And I think there's so much people that are youths in particular that just need to just try and find that thing. And if they don't, naturally you're going to see them sleeping mad late or just doing whatever it is that they're doing. People look at them a certain type of way, yeah. But the moment that they find that thing, it's like you see a whole different
another
side.
version of them, innit? It's
and
mad.
it's so sick when you see someone like, when you see someone young click into another version of themselves that you haven't seen before, it's just, it's a proper sick thing to see. 100%. But it just made me think about that. But then, so now you just been outside, like you literally just been outside, just going everywhere. Yeah,
so gone to a few places. So I suppose the mainstay was Wood Green, and we can kind of talk about that in a little bit, but kind of Wood Green was the mainstay. Done Stratford, obviously Brixton, which is just iconic, man. What a great place to stream. Done Brighton. I've taken it to Miami with TikTok.
You went where?
Miami. Done it in Miami.
You went to Miami and did it?
Yeah. Miami.
Oh, cold.
Barcelona. I met Ardy there. Done a little bit there. So yeah, I've gone around. I've done my little bit. There's still more places to go and see, especially in the UK. But for now, we're keeping it London for the time being.
Do you know what you're doing? Which is mad. And I hope loads of people take a look at this as well. It's like, you know, like when we walk past people that are doing street acts, whether it be singing or what have you, you kind of not value the situation.
Yeah.
But you almost just said, no, you lot, like, look at what this looks like when you place it in front of the world. So it's still the same type of act. It's still on the same street. It's just branded and PR'd a hell of a lot better. You make this look fun. You make London look so much more
100.
Fun than what it is. Like, honestly, it's such a difficult job, and you've executed it so well, so easily.
No, I appreciate that.
And when I saw you in Wood Green, do you know how badly I wanted to stay there? Yeah. But then on top of that, I thought to myself, the Mandem are gonna see me and say, "Let's go, Nando." So I'm going home. Yeah. The time for that, man.
Well, I guess it didn't with the artist side. That wasn't my initial thought. It was just more about the interaction
with the people. Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Chris Kaba, man. Big him up 10 times.
Yes, Chris. You know, remember Chris?
No.
Shout out Chris Kaba. Been working at GRM from like 2011, 2012. Yeah. Rubbish football fan, but I
I know you're talking about.
Of course you know Chris, man. Legend.
Yeah. Big up Cards. Because he said to me, he's like, listen, you got to bring the artists in, man. And I was like, nah, I can't be doing that. I've got people throwing water. At them times in Wood Green, I had people throwing water at me. I got egged by like these kids or whatever. Because they didn't understand what I was doing.
Maybe so what? You should have found them.
But you know what? For me, it's just to go through you're going through a process, innit? So we're kind of going through a lot of challenges. The people that are on substance, like I was like, there's so much going on. I've got to think about so much. You want me to bring an artist here as well? I was like, nah, man, that's long. And again, I was like, eventually I gave in. I said, all right, cool, let me just try and just see what's good. And maybe, so we tried a few, and then Daddy Freddy and Brixton maybe was like, I was like, okay, like people want to actually see this. And then as we kind of gone on, I got to understand how messed up the industry is, and and it was a reminder as to how expensive it is to put things together. So to go studio, to buy a beat, to get it mixed and mastered, to get it distributed, you then got to get artwork, you then got to hope that maybe you blow on TikTok, or you got to do a video and hope it does well. You got to, you know, and respect to all the other platforms, but you got to pay to go on the platforms. It's a joke, man.
Everybody want their money,
and I get everyone wants money, and I understand that. So my thing
it's all part. That's all part of the infrastructure, isn't it?
Yeah. So my thing was like, cool, there's Poe there. Yeah. So my
matching as well, you know.
Trust me.
Come on,
crazy.
So so my thing is, how can we take parts of that away? And I suppose as you can see some of the videos, so maybe Inspector Veg is a good example. Someone that's been in the game for a very long time has been able to have a viral video with that bird's eye mums. And if you've seen it,
which one is that?
My favorite one is the Yard Man. So
the Yard Man. I see that. But the Free Palestine.
Ragga Rudy. Oh, shout out TJ. Ragga Rudy come to you with the, you know that thing that you have in like the supermarkets? It's like a long metal railing thing, and they put all the stuff in it. And it's, I'm describing it terribly. Imagine a trolley vertically up, and it's got like the same design as a trolley, but you can open up. Yeah. He's come true with that.
Is it?
And jumped up.
So it'll be on there somewhere more further to the top, maybe.
Oh,
it'll be on there
Plaster. Was it Plaster?
No, that was Brixton.
That's Brixton. Brixton's the best, bro.
My one was Plaster. My favorite one was Plaster. I don't know what his name was.
Is it?
What was I doing?
Plaster. His bars were crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the guy from Plaster is. I messaged you about it.
Which one?
He jumped on. Oh, he jumped on a few now, you know. He's jumped on a few now because obviously a couple of people are doing this. He's jumped on a few.
The one in Plaster was that.
There's a couple, man.
So wait, talk to me about all of the egging and that though, quickly. Like, what was all of that?
That was with Green. So we've had a few. We've had minor incidents, but I think it's more so because people they weren't aware of why I was going out. You understand the impact I'm having on people, making people happy, etc., etc. So look, just a few isolated incidents, but for the most part, it was all love. It's been great, man. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of them that I've really loved, bro.
It's just the consistency of the moments, because I really loved when like Harry Pinero done something on Link Up TV where he would go out and discover talent. And he was he's so charismatic. He's so good at that. He's so good at interacting with the public. And I just felt like that void. I always look at things that are enjoyable to the community, and I felt like that void had been there for so long, and I feel like you filled that void so well. Do you know where I'm coming from? And so organically, bruv.
Yeah. Do you know what I would actually have liked to have seen?
Go on.
I saw Frisco and Infamous, but I always like seeing Frisco and his son.
He went crazy.
I always like seeing Frisco in the first. I like seeing them too. Chris Frisco went crazy though.
Frisco went crazy. It's the flow, man. It's that legendary flow that you just.
So what are you just pulling up and certain man are just finding you there, or is there an element of
so I will
preparation in this aspect?
Electrolytes?
Gee, I'm having that. Yeah, so so now I'll advertise because of the weather, because obviously we've got the challenges in the UK with weather. I like to just say a week in advance that this is where I'm going to be, and it's subject to weather. So predominantly right now we're just in King's Cross and Brixton, but we're going to start to branch out. I just want to make sure that things are right. I don't like just going somewhere and there isn't an exact plan.
Okay.
I like to have some sort of an idea as to who's around and kind of what can we achieve there so we can maximize our time. Yeah. Because that's what it's about now. It's about maximizing time.
Do you know what I like about this as well? Yeah. This has like a real nostalgic like thing for me in regards to like pirate radio.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Where there's a DJ and there's a microphone and it's available. Do you get what I'm saying? It's available. You can just go and touch the mic. And I think Skepta did some tweets quite recently where he was just like talking about the scene and just how weird it is, and like I guess he was almost just like poking holes at the infrastructure and just like that part. Like where do you go in order to build an organic scene without the noise? And like seeing him and his brother pull up to that was almost like speaking to the element of, this is like, you get what I'm saying? This is rootsy.
Yeah.
It feels rootsy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it was a genius move from Skepta and them lot. Just in terms of to make the tweet and to create that noise of almost uncertainty in the community, then it looks like someone within the community has answered the question. Because a lot of people were recommending you anyway, to be honest with you. And then when they pull up there, it gives a level of, well, if it's authentic, I'll go. And if someone like Skepta does it for something that is genuinely authentic at a point where music is a little bit flat, it means that this resurgence, you're a part of it. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Didn't I say though, Chuckie, 2024, everything's going to fuck up?
Yeah.
I said to you, everything was working 4 to 5 year cycles like in school. And because COVID was the start of something fresh, everyone fucked off 2019 before. And I said, in 4 years' time, they're going to be bored of this. And now we've got DJ Mac 10. Now we've got this thing where it's very, 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 very authentic now. Like you can't, it's live streams. You can't be anything else other than yourself.
Yeah.
And then you've got to show a level of consistency to doing it. He shows a mad level of consistency. Then the fact that you're going to have entertaining people in it at least every other stream. Bro, it seems like every stream. And then is it a platform that can create people? Fam, this yard man, I didn't even know him before. Then now so it's creating new. Then on top of that, if I live in, I don't know, fucking Belgium, and I'm like, what's London like? And niggas start showing me this video. I'm like, this is great. Like, this makes London look great. Niggas don't even know. It is boring in King's Cross sometimes. Ain't nothing going on. Just people walking around. You know what I'm saying? You put that there, people are texting me.
But this slightly as well. Do you know what is mad? Is that, see, like King's Cross, the example that you've given, is that like, now obviously King's Cross has changed a lot. Back in the day, obviously, people, if you weren't around them sides there back then, but you'd be surprised at how mad it's changed. There used to be a whole bag of prostitutes, a whole bunch of nitties, but then there was also just a lot of people around in it, And obviously you don't want to see like nitties, prostitutes, all that, pushing that aside, but it's like, when you look at this, it gives an element of nostalgia though. It makes me feel like a time in London particularly, where you could have seen something like this, but more so it was just more pirate radio. Do you know what I mean? You was just see, like, if I closed my eyes and I had pirate radio in my head, element of pirate radio in my head, but I was gonna take that vision and pull it outside, I would see this. This is what I would see, and then people around, and everyone just, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And do you know what I like about the English version? Because I was seeing it happening in America in 2020, 2021. There was a guy that was doing it in New York.
Okay.
And obviously, it was near Times Square, so all the lights and all of that. He's wearing the big chain and all of that. And as a one-off visual, I think that's quite nice. But if I watch that after 10 times, I just think it's corny to wear all your jewelry to DJ in the street. That's my view.
That's fair.
This to me is so authentic because it's almost like a man's just doing pirate radio on the street.
Yeah, literally.
And then therefore it speaks to the majority of the country, which means that it's like one of these elevated places in life where you don't have to have the best teeth, you don't have to have the best arms, you don't have to look the quote unquote industry part. You can just be yourself. That is invaluable. And I think that's what that's the reasons why the industry is in a space where it is, because it was more manufactured products that we have to understand just so we know how to grow it. Whereas there needs to be that compromise of, I don't know who's going to turn up. That is what's exciting for the consumer. Once the consumer can see the patterns of behavior, they just get bored. I think this makes it exciting. Do you know what I'm saying? It brings excitement back.
Yeah, what's the best moments for you, Bean, bro?
It's a good question. Obviously, look, the Skepta and Jamie moment was epic. Of course. You know, talented brothers, but we went to the same primary school together. Like, so that felt like a full circle moment for me, for them to show that love. Like, that was important.
Give me one where of like a random person though. Like give me one of them ones.
So I would say, in terms of a random person, I would say Sabrina was a good moment.
Let's try and find it.
So so basically, to cut a story short, Sabrina, Brixton.
How far down?
Bro, I don't know where you're gonna find.
Oh
it.
yeah,
it's
got so much. Yeah, he's got too much.
But basically, I set her a challenge. So she's like maybe a substance user potentially.
Okay.
So Brixton, you'll see her. She's basically dancing in a video, and I suppose what I like about that one is it just demonstrates one, I'll talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Talk to anyone. I'll embrace anyone and try and give everyone a little bit of life. And to see her, it'll be there somewhere, but to see her dancing and just catching a vibe was amazing, man. And I brought her over. I was like, listen, I'll give you £20 now. All I want you to do, there's 3 songs here. Just sing along to them. Played Locked Up, played a couple tunes.
Yeah.
And she's like, da, da. She's like, yeah, I won, yeah. Like,
I won.
But the euphoria, it's a bit further.
Winner, girl.
Yeah, like,
winner.
Yeah, like the euphoria
Yeah.
was
Trust me.
crazy. Probably a bit further down, but yeah, like the euphoria was crazy.
You know I love these things, Chuckie, man. For me, these are acts of service.
Yeah.
If you want to be involved in people's 24 hours, you need to do an act of service. Otherwise, you have no business and anyone liking you. And this is a prime example of what we need to be today. We don't need to make it hard for the consumer to find you. We have to go to your doorstep. So when you step out your yard, we're there.
Yeah.
That makes you feel a level of significance.
Yeah.
This brings it back to council estates.
100.
Our industry is built off the hood
Is that it?
and then projecting that.
Carrying going down.
Everyone has forgotten the essence. Man's at Brixton.
Outside.
Outside essence. What made you choose the environments you chose apart? Obviously, at the start, it would have been convenience. Let's go little Edmonton and ends. But you see, when you realise this, you got a little monster. How do you handpick the area?
I suppose I go by like feedback from people that live in certain areas.
Okay.
Shout out to Buffy, that's my code D.
Buffy
was like, listen, you gotta go Brixton.
100.
And again, I poo-pooed it for ages. I was like, I'm not going Brixton.
You what?
Man. I poo-pooed, and more so because of the
What's that mean?
Poo-pooed.
Like, just I said, nah, brushed it off.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I just brushed it off.
Didn't swear.
Yeah, nah, I'm not on the swearing.
Okay.
I'm not on the swearing.
Oh, right,
I'm not on the
fair,
swearing
fair,
thing.
fair.
I'm not on the swearing thing.
I
Yeah,
rate that.
so
Real
yes.
dad mode.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on. I couldn't give a shit. Shout out to you.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, that's not Sabrina still, but that's another good moment still. But yeah, so I just go by what people say, man. Just they might say, yeah, go here, go there. But
Is it like personal feedback, or do you take external as well?
I'll take both. I'll take both. But I suppose, look, I'm not outside for 2 hours, and I'm outside for like 4 hours, 6 hours,
Jesus.
7 hours at a time. So for now, I'm just keeping it nice and local. And then once it's where I want it to be, I'll be like, cool, I'm gonna go here. But we're gonna make it so that we already know who's in the area more so. Like, we kind of have a good feel. Maybe someone goes and just checks it out. There's Sabrina. Right, go to the middle, down.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. That's Sabrina. Big her up 10 times.
Chat to them, Sabrina.
Chat to them.
Yeah, watch her now.
What's your favourite colour? Red. Do you know how much you're loved? No. Do you want to see? Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's see. I want you to look at the screen for me. So look at the screen. And can you see how much red there is? Yeah. That red's for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's it.
Yeah.
Look at her in the second camera, catching
Yeah,
her vibes.
man,
Yeah.
do your thing, man.
But that's what it's all about. You get me?
Look at Donnell.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you know.
Dons.
Yeah, man.
Because you know what you're doing as
Yeah.
well. Again, I think a lot of people in life got terrible PR. Like the police. They've got terrible PR. I think when you go into like areas like Brixton and so on and so forth, which is, you know, the areas that I love the most, sometimes you look at a particular group over there and just cast judgment.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're giving everyone a platform to go, no, we're all the same. Take a look. And then once it becomes a form of entertainment and people see the value in them, they get treated differently on a day-to-day. So I like that.
Nah, big up, man.
Especially
Big
the
up, man.
look at that, man.
Yeah.
For me, it's more than just music. My umbrella is community, and music is a part of that in terms of delivering that. But my thing is, if you look at the little boy there with the headphones,
Oh,
if you look at him, so I'm letting him play with the decks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's learning, catch a little vibe. He's not ready to high five me just yet. Taking that time, a bit of patience.
Yeah, of course.
And you have to have that, man. And these are like memories. You know?
Yeah, you know, like these little things are the things that spark off a whole next thing for a child. You know, you know, like you stand by some decks now and you can see that it does something. You're like, what's that about? It looks like a toy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it sparks a curiosity, and then next minute now you're Diplo. It's mad.
I hear you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I just like where our society has come, because I'm telling you, white, black, there's no kids that were allowed to touch this type of decor back in the day.
No
my uncle,
way.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Touch the record player.
Get licked.
Yeah,
The
no
Goodmans.
way. You could just stand there and watch. That was about it. You can stand there and watch, and even then, if you're looking too long,
It's a problem.
There's a problem.
Where I look pan.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at you, Dad. This is
Yeah.
mad. So nah, man, it's good. Honestly, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. The thing is, it'd be difficult for you to ask what's next because you don't really want to reveal what's next because it's this. Even this form of entertainment is in its adolescence.
Listen, but what we need to do, because I ain't got my phone right now, yeah. Just show the video.
Sure.
Show it to Chuck. Yeah, show it to him.
Well,
listen, like I said, it's more than just music. It's about community and bringing everyone together. And we're gonna shine a light on a lot of things. But just watch that. That's not out yet. But just watch. Yeah. just watch that, and you'll see what I'm on.
See? So the people at home, I'm letting you know, Chuckie just called over EA Sports. So all your comments about we don't love him, that is true.
Yeah, that's cold.
It's cold, isn't it?
That's cold. That's cold.
So we went there yesterday and done that yesterday. So we're gonna probably do a tour of that.
That's sick.
You get me?
Credit where credit's due, innit? Come on, my brothers.
It's multifaceted, man. It's not just this. There's more going on.
Yeah, that's proper.
But that's what's so.
That's proper wholesome.
I was speaking to who were we speaking to? Zion this morning, and this is one thing we said to Zion because Zion was like, "How do I know you?"
Yeah.
Or whatever. I was like, "See, the good thing about all of us is we operate in various different lanes. The intensity which we work at depends on how long the journey is there, but we operate in different lanes naturally. So by the time you're able to be successful in one, little do they know you've already been operating many other different lanes. So I expect the next thing to be so far left of what people expect because they don't know the backstory. Where I know enough to know the mindset is, you get me, crazy. Pause, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And what the sickest thing is that like this will never be artist led. Like it's cool. Artists can come and do their thing and be a part of it and be a part of moments and that. But ultimately, it's always just gonna be community led wherever you go,
100.
and that's where the power and the value is. So yeah, no, I really respect it, man.
The thing is, I want to know what this looks like at Carnival.
What?
Like, I wonder if there's like a certain spot they go to at Carnival, where not everyone can go to. But then he's playing in, you know what I'm saying? You're playing in the middle of it.
What, didn't you see the Carnival vibes?
Did you go there?
I didn't go.
Yeah, of course I went.
So he was
there.
on the outskirts.
Bro, find the con. Yeah, let's see if we can find. No, we're gonna have to go up though. We're gonna have to go.
What date is that?
Yeah, go up.
Go by the date. What date is that?
No, that's.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
Carnival's there, man.
Did you remember the name of the road that you was on?
I was by the station.
Oh, is it? Yeah, by Grove Station.
Oh, it must be. All right, right. We're getting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's the first bit.
Oh shit! I didn't even know you was there. Like
Yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah, look at that.
Come on, bro.
These are vibes.
Outskirts. No. Hold on. No. Go. Carry on going up. Go up. Hold on. Right. Stop. Left. Go to the left.
This one.
Yeah. Try that one.
Do you know what is mad? Was you by Westfields?
Yeah.
Did you go by Westfields?
That's close,
oh,
isn't it?
yeah.
That's what the line
Yeah, that's by Bush.
But when like, as it gets into the video, that's
Can
one.
you play it?
That's one of a few, innit?
Yeah, AG, man. Come on,
bro.
Oh, press that.
Where is the radio station outside?
That is by Bush Station, yeah. Yeah. And you know everyone's just in a
Come
vibe
on, bro.
now.
Everyone has vibes.
What day was that? Was that on the Sunday or the Monday?
I went both days.
Both days, yeah. That's too cold.
Everybody a real one supporting the bricks and movement, you know what I mean? South London in the building, you know what time it is?
Everybody happy us.
Yeah, better like that. See it out there till the night time,
Come on, bro.
You see, back in the day, yeah, some of the branded events that would have called you, I'm telling you, they were so much more creative back in the day where they had scope for trying to figure out how to incorporate this. There was bare things. Back in the day when I used to go to branded events like 2013, 2014, 2015, they were just thinking a little bit more. I felt like people wanted to work that job because they want to work that job, whereas now they want to have a healthy Instagram and a beige jacket and put PR in there.
That's true, bro. Do you know what? It's almost like at one point when these branded things was happening and whatnot, yeah, there was a real thinking outside of the box with people that had a real, like, either they were really, you know, like really creative and maybe had a few connections to make certain things happen. And then that job became cool. And now there's a bunch of people that are doing that job with no real ideas.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? No ideas at all.
Listen, that carnival vibe, that's the first. So I went the year before on that same road that you saw with Chuckie. And then this year, I was like, nah, man, it's not enough. I've got to do something else. And I kind of wanted to have it so that everyone can get involved. So that moment was after carnival had finished.
Yeah.
But where I've placed myself, it's tight, innit? So you have to kind of interact with me
a little bit
for you to be able to go
so where you are right now? Because you're on. So let me like if I'm right, yeah.
So Holland Park
when you come up, yeah, you gotta go park. Yeah, and you know where this is smart. Do you know why this is extra smart, bro? Holland Park station was closed, so you had to go to Bush.
Yeah, you had to go.
You had to go to Bush. So you had to essentially you have to walk past you at some point to get to the station.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's you're right by like if you say you're by Holland Park station, yeah, and you're walking towards Bush, you come up to the big roundabout, like Bush roundabout, and then you kind of cross the road by the and that's where the
the billboards are.
The billboards are. So what was you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see, you know how tight that is.
Yeah.
But you have to pass me.
100%. 100%.
That's smart.
That's a cold move. Yeah, and then literally.
Come on,
AG, man.
Bro.
Yeah, but the built-up version.
So right
here,
there.
literally there.
Look how tight that is.
Yeah, man.
It's tight.
And you know what? Honestly, most people want to be involved, but you know what? They just, once there's a bit of distance and they can think 2 thoughts or maybe 3, their second thought will make them go, nah. But if it's just Dessa and you're Dessa and TikTok Dessa, I'm right.
Everyone was happy, man. That was a moment, man.
And that's the thing. At that time as well, people are leaving carnival. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
They're in good spirits, and they just want to know what the next motive is.
Yeah.
And you're slyly providing the early part of that next motive.
And do you know what's important as well? I'm telling you, you said something, and it is true, because I'm guilty of it.
Tell me.
In my house, I'm really happy. Taking a look at pictures of me, listening to my music, eating what I want to eat, and then I have to immerse with everyone else. By 5 minutes into the journey, I'm upset. If I walk down the street for 5-6 minutes and then I saw this, all of a sudden vibes back up again. And then where you've placed it is in the most populated place. So essentially, people are going home bare happy in Brixton.
100%.
This is you need to get paid. Brixton Council, I'm just saying. Crime rate's going down. Let's take a look at the stats.
You might have even contributed to the reason why so many people was trying to hit me about my after party. Late. Because they all going past you now, and they're like, no, this can't done. Where should we go? Let's go, let's go and try and see if we can get into family. Next minute, it's all mad outside.
Do you know what you are? You are the after vibes of a party as well. Connector, because I know usually when I leave a dance, I'm like, I'm going home. Then you see a gal. Then people are vibing outside. You're like, you know what? What's the next thing? That's what you are. That's annoying for me, man. Keep us outside, man. No, because I'm trying to settle down, but obviously, come on, you got to settle up. So,
just for anyone in the world who does not know your Instagram and all that, and TikTok, just fling it out there.
DJ AG online.
Come on, man.
That's what it's about right
Strongly.
now.
Doing your bit for doing
your bit for the community. Yeah,
man. We have to love and respect that still.
You know, I might have to drop out that slogan. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. Because that's doing.
What are you talking about? You're you. Wake up.
But this is really outside.
No, I hear it. No, you are.
This is really for the community.
But remember, you wake up every day and you're a poet.
Yeah.
How about that?
Do you know what? Yeah, you miss me again, man.
Yeah, come, man. You have to remember that sometimes. Come on, man. Sometimes I wake up. I'm me.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's mad.
That's mad.
Yeah, man. So listen, big up yourself. Listen. We're going to talk about a couple of other things. You can chill. You're more than welcome to stay. You know what I mean? It's because it's going to get very serious now. It's gonna get.
I think I should be going over there.
No, you can chill if you want.
yeah.
If you want,
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Come.
Yeah, you can chime in if you want because it's gonna get very
No
serious.
pressure though. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
No.
You don't feel like you need to say anything that you don't need to say. We can't leave here and not talk about the Chris Kaba situation with the police officer that got found not guilty on the execution. As far as I call that, because that's for me, that's an execution. And there's been a lot of talk in and around that. Po, what has been your thoughts on that?
Shout out Pound Sterling.
Oh yeah, big up. You was on there recently. Is that coming out on the same time? Yeah. It should be.
Should be. Yeah, I think it's out now.
Big him up.
And it's a common thread amongst the community of what's happened. Like, we're just not talking about the incident.
No.
And by not talking about the incident, we're indirectly creating a divide amongst people. Another thing's happening. You're finding out how people truly feel about the community because they're giving you this opportunity to maybe give a little sly dig and say what they need to say, which is disappointing for me. But I'm just saying, no matter what anybody tells me, the police don't have the right to kill somebody. Irrespective of who they are, that right is not given over here. So when you start showing me the character of this individual, I then go, all right, who is responsible for giving me the versions of this character? The media. So when do we start trusting the media all of a sudden? And I think a lot of ego has gone before the actual situation. People are putting their ego or their personal choices of what they think about the black community in front of a young black man dying, a black family having to go to a funeral to, cry and mourn over the individual that's been killed. And whether for right or wrong, people get justice in different ways. There is no way they're going to get justice. And we're speaking about what type of thing he done 2 days before. Why do you give a shit? You gave a shit because the media told you. I just think a lot of people who believe they're in control of their thoughts should ask themselves this question. Do the police deserve, or do the police have the right to kill Chris Kaba? Because if they don't, everything else around the situation to speak about is very confusing for me, especially as a black man within the community.
Yeah.
When you see that happen to another black person, understand that's available to you.
Yeah,
that is available.
And just to be clear as well, they were saying that the car was linked to a firearm, but not that there was a firearm in the car.
But again, for me, it doesn't matter. With my children,
I'm just trying to paint a context. Is that
the context now doesn't matter? If I say to you, don't go in the fridge and take the orange juice, I don't care about your reason. I said, don't go in the fridge and take the orange juice, Khalifa. He's telling me, but Papa was thirsty. Big man, this is your reason. If we all agree, you're not allowed to kill people as the police officers. What are you telling me about what's in the car with who he was?
No, I'm with you.
I think it's terrible,
bro. I'm not against what you're saying.
No, I know.
I'm just saying that these nuances either they sometimes can compound the moment even more. So for me, just using this example, there's a difference between saying that there's a firearm, there's somebody in the car with a gun, and saying that the car is linked to a shooting. The two are not even nearly the same. If you're saying that somebody is in the car with a gun, you're saying, okay, there's an imminent threat with somebody in the car with a gun. If you're saying somebody's linked or a car has been linked to a shooting, that doesn't mean that there's a gun in the car.
At all.
That means that at some point in a week or two, you know how much things can happen within a week or wherever that can change. The whole thing is just very weird to me. But this is another thing, I think you started it off perfectly by saying that people are not talking about the incident enough, because that was one thing that I was thinking about, and I'm sure we talked about it on the podpo.
Yeah.
But I will tell you my train of thought, and I know that I'm probably going to go around the houses a little bit, but I just wanted to just let you know how my brain works,
Yeah.
When this happened, one of the first thoughts that went through my head was, how often, and I don't know this, I did a little bit of research, but how often are police officers shot and killed? Or how often do police officers die by a gunshot? Like, how many of them have died, let's say, in the last 5 or 6 years by a gunshot, yeah? The reason why I asked that question is because in my mind, behavior patterns matter. How often are police being shot at? Because behavior patterns matter. So let me elaborate on that a little bit. Let's say, for example, yeah, a woman lives in a community where there could just be a small community, and in this community there are, you know, a large section of men who have been like incredibly abusive, and they tend to, in that abuse, when they get angry, they tend to punch up the place. All women, child, everyone can get some smoke. Yeah,
That's mad.
I could understand how a woman could meet a man, and then they get into an argument. A man shouts, and she's a little bit sensitive to the fact that he might actually hit me here, because in the behavior pattern, this is kind of what's been happening. I use a different example. Let's just say, for example, there's a person that lives in a community and racism is rife. You get what I'm saying? Every once in a while, there's a big argument that kicks off or whatever. And then in the argument now, you know, a person's very quick to call you a nigger or jungle bunny or whatever. I could understand how, if a person in that is having an argument with somebody, how they could be sensitive to the fact that at some point, this person's going to get upset and they're going to call me this, that, and the fourth. Now, let me tie this to a little bit closer to a situation like this, yeah? I could understand how, if you was living in a community, let's say gun laws were mad laxed. Everyone's got a strap. The strap's all about the place, legally and illegally. Do you know what I'm saying? And in this community, anytime that there's a level of smoke, there's certain things going on or whatever, everyone's busting their gun. It's going off. Yeah. And in this as well. And Chicago. That's a great one. In that as well, yeah, when you're trying to get away, because you don't want the repercussions and all of that type of stuff, anyone can get some bullets, you know. Anyone can get this, because I'm not trying to go jail. It's all mad. I'm licking down whoever. And in this, a few people have been licked down in that, yeah? Especially civilians. I could see how a person in this situation goes into that community, yeah, and it's, you know, there's someone over there with a strap, something's going off and whatnot, and they could be a little bit sensitive to the fact that these people have a tendency to shoot in this direction in trying to get away. So now they are going to, it's a you or me thing, and they're going to do whatever they're going to do in that situation. The problem with that, though, is in a place like Chicago, is that you're going to have people that are going to use this opportunity to get off their bigotry. That's the problem. So in that, they can use this fact that there's trauma. This person's been shot, that one's this civilian, this and whatever. So I shot this person because, you get what I'm saying? There's a bit of trauma. Really, it's bigotry, element of racism in there, whatever it may be. You just wanted to bust your gun. But those are all of the nuances in that. So when I bring it over to this now, because I had to do some investigation on this, I'm saying to myself, how often? Once in how many years?
2020.
Since
Before that,
I know about Daniel Cregan.
how long ago was that?
That was 2012 or 11.
Doesn't have it.
Okay, so let me get to the point. From as far as I know, yeah. From as far as I know, of course there's some guns on the street. I'm not naive to the fact that there's some guns on the street, and I'm not naive to the fact that some people are going to do what they need to do to get away from a situation. But from as far as I know, the behavior pattern in people that have straps and this, that, and the fourth are not necessarily shooting at police like that to get away. That's not something that we hear of. We haven't been hearing a lot of, you know, let's be clear here. If a police officer shot by one of the Mandem, this is all over the news for years. Yeah, there's anniversaries and there's all kinds of stuff that's going to be going on within that, yeah. If this is something that isn't a part of the behavior pattern, you can't use this as an excuse to execute somebody, because the behavior patterns are not the same. If it was in Jamaica, yeah, I could easily see a situation where in Jamaica, Apparently there's a dude in there with a gun or whatnot. These the police officers ain't taking no risks over there. The police officers, when you look at them, they're real rude boys. They're having to deal with certain men who are dealing with some real serious stuff. Do you know how many people I know? This is really unfortunate for me to even say this. Do you know how many people I know that have been in a situation where they've had something in the car, and then they've been stopped by the police or whatnot, and then the police have found something in the car and this man has just gone to jail for it. You see, in other parts of the world, if there's something in the car, it's not just going down by you just like searching the car and the police is taking the gun out. That's not happening. Man are doing all kinds of stuff to get away. So for me, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, this for me, as far as I'm concerned, is somebody who was trying to get off the bigotry. You can't use the same element of that in this situation because the behavior patterns ain't even nearly the same. It's not even nearly the same. You don't go through the same thing that other people can use in different scenarios. Not to say that it's right to do it over there. I'm not saying it's right to do it over there. But it's not the same. So no one can tell me that in this situation, a person said, rah, shit, trauma, this, that, I know about this happening or whatever, it's me or you. Because it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. And on top of that, this is a car that is linked to a firearm, not a car that has a firearm in the car. It's a whole different thing as far as I'm concerned. So to me, it's an execution. It's an execution. This don could have shot somebody that day. He could have shot somebody that day. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't give you the right to do that in that context.
No,
however,
that's the thing. That's the problem. I've got to stop you there because do you know what we're talking about? Sorry to put it as a down. Now we can put.
Sorry,
no,
I'm good. We're good.
Lads, look, I don't know what happens after this, DJ. I don't know. I have a clue. All I know is I've got this. This is all we have. There is no justification for this being gone. There's none. There's nothing anybody can tell me. There's no behavior patterns you can give me. There's none of that exists. Because the moment I start trying to find a middle ground, we're speaking about life. We're not speaking about a couple years in prison, bit of cancellation online. We're speaking about the place of no return. So in speaking about this, I don't want to know where you're coming from. Because whatever obstacle is in your way in order for you to do your job, this is not a unique place that you live in. Everybody in this room has a job and we have obstacles that we need to overcome. Yes, they may not be as severe as a police officer, but that's fucking why I didn't become a police officer, Chuckie. So if you've taken on that job and that role and that responsibility to serve and protect the community from individuals that under the eyes of the law consider a crime, part of that package was not that you can kill them. So with all of these wonderful theories being thrown online about the type of character he is, I have to let the world know, just in case they don't know, in England, it's irrelevant. Stop trying to find justification, because the moment you do, I begin to wonder, what does the innocent black man now start thinking? What? So they can kill man and go home and make love to their missus and everything's calm? Christmas with a picnic, but if I kill you, I'm out on road. Okay, I'm protecting myself. What does that look like in 5 years' time? Now all of a sudden, the one place we're saying we're not, we are. Purely because the job and the role and the responsibility is not being executed, and the thing we're negotiating here is a fucking 16-bag funeral, my guy. Like, why? It's bad enough when they die, and then you've got to pay for it. Yeah. So the family's got to go through 2 sets of pain. Yeah, like, I don't even want to have a negotiation in this situation, my bro.
Yeah, but this is why law is interesting, because reasonable force is a thing, innit? So what does reasonable force look like? And when you look at reasonable force, you have to discuss the context within reasonable force. Okay. And that's why I'm doing that. That's why I'm saying, that's why I'm saying, like, do you know what, yeah? There was that incident of that woman, you see that black woman in America that got shot? Remember, she was, she called them. She called the police. I think she was a little bit mentally unstable. She's called the police. She said someone's harassing her, whatever, yeah? In the end, she ends up getting shot and killed. She's boiling hot water.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's boiling hot water, and then she goes to chuck it at the police officer, and then the police officer...
But did she though? Because I've seen the video bare times. Did she really go to do that though? I've watched the video loads of times, I feel like that was just said so much that you didn't even consider the prospect of anything else.
Even if she did.
Yeah,
let's say she did. Let's say she was doing that, yeah?
My bad.
The conversation of reasonable force. Is reasonable force in this situation here to shoot and kill a woman who is about to chuck water on you where you might get a little 1 degree burn or like, is that really, as far as I'm concerned, I'm putting these two in one of the same.
Yeah.
I think the level of reasonable force is ridiculous. If you are telling me though, in this situation that, say this black woman now, she's got the police over and whatnot, next minute, bam, she's taking out the thing, she's about to go and do, listen, it's me or you now. It's me or you, because being shot hurts. I'm here to protect not just the community. I've got to save my own life too. So it's going to have to be me or you in this situation now. You're showing me imminently, I've watched this before, you have something on you and you're about to use that. That changes the whole scope of reasonable force, because you're like, okay, I understand that. So the reason why I put them two the same, and the reason why I keep going back to the car thing, is I'm saying to myself, okay, if you're saying in the car, you know that there's somebody in the car with a gun and you have the license to use reasonable force, and you can see in that moment this person is reaching for the thing to go and do, and then you add into the context of people have a tendency to shoot in this way to get away. They're gonna do anything they can to get out of this situation. Yeah, all right, we're having a different conversation here. But if you're saying that the car is linked, so it doesn't mean that there is, it's linked, and then we talk about reasonable force, and then there's a bullet in the head. To me, that is absolutely outrageous to me.
But it's outrageous. And this is Al Jazeera, and this is not to like get at it, but read that. US officer fatally shot black woman Sonia Macy in her home. Body cam video.
With body cam on.
No, but my whole thing is, isn't she dead?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Like, there's no like. If it's the other way round, black woman kills police officer. Very clear, very evident. No beating around the bush. Yeah. That's what it is. And I'm saying, what's happening for me when I see these situations is they're creating a divide within the community of ethnic minorities, and specifically black people, where they're trying to find justification through other acts and behaviors to say, well, he should have died. And I'm like, the fact that people are joining in that conversation, I'm just here to let you know, and I'm sorry that I keep doing this, you're not white. So whatever privilege comes from that situation is not available to you. So you saying all of these things like, yeah, he deserved to die and all of that. Bruv, you're living in England. The law that is there is to benefit the majority. The majority is English. So you playing along with the narrative that he deserves to die, long term is not good for you, it's not good for your children, it's not good for their children. Like it's a very, very, if it's a plan of yours, it's one of the worst plans you can actually have. Because you're actually encouraging there to be an argument to see whether young black individuals should be killed. And then you're talking about the characters of these individuals. Mate, the characters of these individuals are from the parents and the beautiful parents that had to come over here in the first place against their will in order to set up shop. And we're expecting them young individuals to be perfect. It's like the whole situation is really, really, it hurts me anyway. Seeing black divide like that, considering the fact that we have the information to suit the narrative and the argument of these wankers, don't get it. I also think that people are having two different conversations as far as I'm concerned. The reason why I think people are having two different conversations is because someone could tell me that this is a false equivalency, but I'm still saying it anyway. Yeah. It's almost like saying that, okay, cool, there's a woman who, let's say the girl that's slept with 101 man. Yeah. She slept with 101 man. So the 102nd man goes in there and he her. Well, yeah, okay. And she should have got it because she was with 101 man. No, you just don't people, big man. That's just not what you do. You don't go there and you don't people. But then, Chuckie, this is what I'm saying to you. I just learned to believe people, my bro. And the reasons why I learned to believe people...
Sorry.
The reason why I learned to believe people is because we recognize it as two different things. Hence the reasons why we're able to have that logical conversation and move forward. The moment you don't recognize it as two different things, I believe you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you. I fully believe that you don't recognize it as that. Your justification is to, that's why you want it to be one thing. That's how you justify your argument with your mindset. You're probably thinking from the mindset of, well, if it was me. And I'm saying we can't think like that when it comes to the community. It has to be, but what's best practice for the community? And for me, if protocol is protocol, then I don't understand how emotion gets involved. So if it's protocol to not kill this young black man, if he has been killed, protocol has been broken. So I don't want to hear anyone's emotional response. He should be reprimanded for what he done, because unfortunately for himself, he can't look at this young black man and judge it by Top Boy. This isn't Top Boy. This is real life, geezer. And guess what? There's another funeral to pay for. Don't imagine the government will pay for it.
No.
Don't imagine any rappers are going to probably pay for it. Not that they have to. I don't imagine the police are going to pay for it. But I do imagine that family has to find the money to pay for it. If I had the money, I'll try. But I'm not in that situation right now. So I look at all of these things and I think, this is sad, bro. Funerals are bloody expensive, bro.
I just wanted to, because I didn't get to finish my point.
Sorry, Chuck, I apologise.
On the 101 thing, yeah, but I just
wanted to stop you because it seems really bad.
No, but it is though. It's just, both of them is really bad.
Oh,
the reason
100.
why I'm using this as a thing, yeah, and why they're two different conversations is because we can have a conversation later on about doing the 101 man thing, but we have to have the conversation about that completely separate because it's not these are not two in the same. If we're having a conversation about a person coming in there and violating a woman, let's just have the conversation about the person coming in there and violating a woman. Forget about what she's done. He went in there and he violated the woman. You get what I'm saying? Later on, we can have a conversation about a completely separate conversation about, what sleeping around does with, STDs and this, that, and the fourth. But these are different conversations. You can't do that.
But Chuck, you know what happens? This is what's so scary as well about market spaces. Every product, depending on the market space, depending on who's in the market, depends on what information they have. So I say that to say this, black people, I'm telling you, to certain things are products. So when you see a situation like that and then they show you, oh, he's shooting people, within our market space, we understand that he probably still goes home, kisses his mum, he still goes home and shows respect and all that. He's not a wild Jew. That is not a reflection of his everyday life, but I imagine it is part of it. But he's still a good person in some capacity. Do you know where I'm coming from? Whereas the way it's recognized by another market space is he's a beast, he's a monster, he's doing bad things. He probably is not even as bad as you think. He might be, but I definitely know your ignorance leads you to your decision. Because of that, I don't mind. I do mind, but I realize that science of life is going to happen to everyone. If you don't know what someone's like and you hear something that they do, you're going to go and get a CRB. Whether it's a girl, if it's someone stole something from your yard, you'll be like, yo, what's that person like? Because I feel something went missing. With this situation, our community has the information. So I'm like, why are we creating divide? I actually can justify that divide, whether I like it or not. Why are we creating divide? We've got all of the information, or not all of it, but we have enough information to know what these characters are like. Why are we here finding arguments to justify what the police done for a group of people that don't even care about you?
I'm completely compartmentalizing what those incidents of what he has done whenever he's done that. I'll have that conversation and
as of when?
We'll have that conversation another day. What happened? This is what happened. That's wrong. It's as simple as that. That's wrong. And we'll get to that bit another day because that's a different thing.
You don't let you know though.
This is wrong. And if we're also, again, not everyone is prepared or willing to do this. It's just this, the sympathetic element of my personality. I understand that, human beings are human beings regardless of elements of training and whatever. And there is going to be elements of behavior patterns. I understand behavior patterns and I think that they're a real thing. But I'm looking at the behavior patterns of what's going on here and you can't even use this because it's not even the same. You can't use the behavior patterns of what happens over there, over here. Because they're not the same.
It's not the same.
They're not the same.
Yeah.
They're not the same.
I think he watches too much Top Boy Geezer. I think he watches way too much films, mate. And just like I thought about the officer that killed the brother from Tottenham. We don't have to go into it, but I heard he came from a long way. He pumped himself up, got himself ready. He's thinking, I ain't coming all this way to waste no time.
Yeah, there you go.
These are the guys that are being employed to serve and protect. It doesn't feel very safe to me.
Yeah, slightly stinks.
Sorry about this.
Yeah, so we had to. You dig what I'm saying?
Listen,
come on, man. Electrolytes.
You're trying to cut now.
I gotta get outside. Oh, this is lit.
Electrolytes.
I told you about the electrolytes, my guy. Coconut water. Jordan Thomas bust me. Pause. So now I gotta bust the Mandem. Pause.
There you go. Strongly.
Love.
AG, man. Thank you for coming, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
You're going back to DJ now?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Where are you going? Which area? King's Cross, yeah, of course. Yeah, man.
Are you really going?
Yeah, I got a couple of people today that I need to, you know what I mean?
Special guest.
What time you going there?
Yeah.
But can you tell us? Because this comes out on Sunday.
Yeah, this comes out on Sunday, so it doesn't matter.
Nah, because you know what it is? I don't know if it's going to happen.
I hear you.
No.
Nah,
there's too much error.
I don't trust you.
But
Yeah.
Oh, me. Like anyone else said it.
It happens, but someone that's local to me and you still.
Serious? You know, I had to send someone down there the other day, innit? I told him to contact my man.
Is it?
Yeah, come on, man.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna give you the heads up on a couple of things that are happening, but as and when, it'll be like last minute.
Yeah.
A lot of it was last minute, you know what I mean?
If it happens, I'm coming down, you know.
Yeah,
I'm local. Come on, fam.
Right, say that.
Send them out the bio.
Hey, the last thing I had though was
AG.
you know, yeah, big him up, man. Yeah, he's a guy.
Come on, my brother. Sorry,
Hey, you know,
Chuckie.
Bearman have been. You see, Bearman's been released, innit?
Who?
Bearman's been released.
Brother!
because he's part of the,
Shout out
Labour
Asco.
Show. Yeah, Asco's outside.
Straight drop.
Hey, Bearman, do you know what? It's funny to me though, yeah? Is that like, enough people are leaving jail like they're getting married.
Come on.
Come
on.
I just see Rolls Royces
Come on.
outside, Ulysses. I'm
Big
saying
bread.
girls and skirts.
They're coming out early.
Man are just coming out early in luxury.
Come on.
How's the
man.
mattress though? Because obviously I know because look, it's fine obviously jumping in the whips and whatnot, but the interior of the yard has got, because it's good putting on the jewelry, but the inside anyway.
Chuckie, see the question that you ask, because of the people that it involves,
Nah,
I'm
yeah.
afraid to answer.
Yeah, I hear
but
it.
trust me,
I hear it.
it's a question we should ask ourselves, and you lot should answer it in your own time.
Yeah.
In your own time. I've heard a couple rap bars about mattresses and bare things, and just make sure everything's clean before you start clean up on the Rolls Royce.
I'm just saying this, I don't trust it though. I don't trust it.
Don't say the serious off the
No, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I think that, like, I don't know. I think bare people are gonna get recalled at some point. It's not necessarily about them. I just don't trust this scheme. Yeah, you're letting everyone out, but what's the trade off? What's the trade off?
Finance though, innit?
Well, they're saying that there's not enough spaces in prison. That's what they're saying. So they're trying to free up some space.
But brother, I'm sorry to bring it back to that, but I'm being honest with you. When I heard they were releasing people and they weren't saying enough space in prison, God forgive me for saying it, I said Steve Kaba's killer ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
He's
that's
spending
true.
Christmas
That's
with his
true.
blood clot
You
family.
think they're putting him in there and there's no space in prison?
They can find bare justification for it, bro. All they need is somewhere on the quota list to kick it off.
That is
boom.
facts.
So it's just, mate, man. If there was ever a time to believe what you see, it's now. Like, believe what you see, but then believe what you see, not what you choose to see. If you see them bigging up, saying, yeah, we're letting all these criminals free, and you're seeing criminals free, don't believe that they are the bad people. They didn't let themselves free. The government that you invest time in and show love to, let them free. And then they tell you other information and you choose to believe them. They're the same people that are making your community unsafe. And these are the people that you trust. I just think everyone's lost it.
That's
but
the
do you know
trade-off.
what?
That's it there.
I think everyone's lost it. But God bless you all. As long as you live within the means and the restrictions. Bruv. Oh my God. we got to stage this for our country and that for our country. And I'm
I
like,
think everyone's lost it.
what are we doing, geezer? You're better off just looking after yourself and your community and your people then back home, because... Anyway, Asco's free. So at least I
Yeah,
get
big up
my
Asco
music.
though. Come on, man.
There's a couple other criminals I see free, and I'm like, yeah, man, they got Louis Vuitton shit. Yeah, but do your thing. Just change your life and do your thing, man.
Yeah.
God's given us a second opportunity. Please, just change your life. I don't know the circumstances of anything, but if you've got a second opportunity, come on, man. Do you feel unsafe because of it, Chuckie?
I'm alright, innit? I walk with God, so I'm cool.
I feel
You know what I'm saying?
unsafe.
But this is what I would say. I feel like controversial. I feel like I would be safer if I knew that the people that were released were just drug dealers.
Oh, there's crazy things over there.
Nah, because you know what? It's like,
No,
I
you
don't
said,
know
is it
hustlers.
bare things?
What do you mean?
Is it bare things that got released?
Yeah.
Oh, serious?
What? Bro, I don't even want to do this, bro. But what a couple man that got released, yeah. Did some things, bro.
So then, do you know what?
Like things.
So pause right there. If the Mandem that done crazy stuff
Yeah, crud, bro.
went prison
That's why I don't trust
and
it.
someone said release them, who are you more scared of? The Mandem that are being released or the people that release them?
The people that release them, because how many more are you going to release?
Not even that. What's your next plan? Because this doesn't look like a good
Well,
plan
that's why I
right
said
now.
I don't trust it.
Oh, yeah,
I don't trust it. What's the trade-off? That's what I want to know. What's the trade-off? Why?
It's always
If
finance.
it's just the drug dealers, yeah, and let's just say, I don't know, maybe this has happened, I don't know. I haven't been watching the news too tough recently, yeah. But if they just said, you know what, there's a caliber of criminals that we're going to release, and we've done some assessment, it's just like lowish level drug dealers, or even the drug, even the higher-ish ones that have been doing their thing or whatnot, yeah. Yeah, I'm not taking away from the fact that sometimes when you get up the food chain, you do have to put in a certain element of fear at times so that you don't get robbed and whatnot. But there are enough men that have just been doing their thing, trying to cut through on the low. You know what I mean? They had a connection in Colombia. They could do certain things. They were a bit harmless. They were selling drugs, and yes, of course, that does hurt the community or whatever. But in terms of violence and whatever
it's
else,
not really
they're not really.
Yeah, I hate
It's like if you are an addict, you might call them, but they're not necessarily coming to you and injecting you and forcing you anything.
Yeah.
They're just providing a service, and if you want to buy into the service, you could do that. It just so happens to be that I make a lot of dough from it, and I don't pay tax, and I know that's what you're mad at, really, because I don't pay tax. But if I pay tax, you'd probably let me go and let me do my thing.
To them, Chuckie,
but see, if it's them, I could see, all right, cool. You know what I mean? But if it's a man who...
Yeah, you don't have to say it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear you. It's a bit
different.
You don't even know what?
It's like you're not really looking at this properly. You're just saying, all right, cool, that section could come out, but you ain't looking at this properly, or you are looking at this properly.
Do you know what I will say? It's the creepy people, man, I like. I watched a little clip the other day or this morning whilst I was in bed with, you know, my thing.
Strongly.
And we were just talking about creepy behaviour.
Right then.
And there was a video of a woman that's walking and it's quite dark in a car park, and all you hear is a guy say, "It's the wrong number." The distance between them's quite big, and they're having a conversation. It's the wrong number. She was so scared she had to go, "Yeah, I didn't want to give it." And then he made a comment quite aggressively, and then you just see her turn around and walk. And the mad thing about the camera angle is it shows you her face, and then just behind us, just enough to see if someone's potentially coming into frame. And you know, right at the last minute.
Yeah.
But they're not in frame like right behind her. They're in the corner.
Right.
So there's still some distance. And you see anyone that does that type of behavior.
Yeah, that's mad.
I don't know why you're coming outside.
No.
You might as well just do your creepy behavior inside. This all following women late at night and trying to creep into yards and all of that. I'll be honest with you. It stinks. Yeah. You man, stay in your...
That's a certain category that I can't see how you just say, all right, cool.
Brother.
But this category here, I can see it. I'm saying, all right then. Yeah.
No, I'm looking for it.
But the other side, I'm like, I don't know. This one here is a bit thing. So because I don't trust it, I think there's a trade-off. It will be interesting to see what actually happens. Because I do believe that in maybe a year's time, there's going to be some Panorama. Panorama's going to do something on that. What's that?
The creepy scene. What is this? I don't know. I'll just say, just send it to yourself. And it looks like a decent little film though. But gee, things like that, brother.
That's what this is. I need to watch this.
Do you know what? Just send it to yourself. Go to the video, and then you can take a look at the put it in the HC WhatsApp group. You know how to do that, innit?
Yeah.
And then that way we can find it. But Chuckie, anyone that's on road that's responsible for doing things like that, I think we can do without them for a couple of years. We don't need them.
Yeah, well, just do the time.
Just do the time.
Do that one, innit?
Do your little time.
I'm not putting them type of people there. I'm not putting you on a t-shirt.
No.
Saying free this and that and
no,
whatnot.
you can stay inside.
You can do
and
that.
I don't wish, wishing jail and death. I don't rate that.
I'm one of them, man. Listen, I'll be honest with you. Like I know I got a couple of people that I have how do I put this?
Yeah,
they've done some things in it, but I grew up with them. I know them, but they've done some things and whatnot, and it's like, it's unfortunate, but I'm not wearing a t-shirt saying free anything. You have to just you made the decision. Yeah, you're gonna have to sit this one out for a bit. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, if one of them in particular who I have in mind, came out on an early one, I'm not going for the drink. I'm not going for a drink up. I'm not going on a celebratory thing. Obviously, I'm on a thing of, oh, cool, like you're on road, hope you could do better and thing and whatever. But I'm not on a busing champagne thing and that.
Or everyone that's like, on if any
Is that
funny.
what it is?
That's the movie.
That movie,
Oh.
yeah. What's it called?
No Man of the Hour.
Woman of the
A
Hour.
Woman of the Hour.
Yeah, let's go watch. Look what he's done with the. Look what he's done. It's Woman of the Hour, but all of a sudden.
Is No Man a word? Because I
But-
feel like the W and the N, I feel like it's playing off.
So do I. I feel like that, especially with the number 4 looking like the number 9.
Yeah, right then. Yes.
Chuckie.
So, is this old or new?
I don't know.
2023.
Ooh.
I just saw the
This
clip.
might be me tonight.
My brother.
Come on,
Gigi.
Gigi.
Man.
I'm going to check Mumsy because she was in Ghana for a couple of weeks doing
You
some
did
Rootsy
say.
stuff. And then after that, yeah, I'm going to go and watch this.
Do you know what? Go to my likes, I got some good stuff in there, man.
Can't see your likes anymore on Twitter.
Oh,
You
no.
can't see the likes anymore on Twitter.
Can't see
On X. Why? Hey, my, I told you this anyway. My For You page is an absolute mess, bro.
My likes page. But you know what my likes page has? Because I feel like you're going to go down a crazy route. So before you get there, let me keep it nice and safe. My likes has just got really weird stuff. Like, I saved a Ricky Gervais tweet because it was sensational to me. He said 26 years ago, I was made redundant and given a few grand. I decided that if I was careful, I could live off the money for 6 months trying to become a comedian before I had to get another job. How old is he? 37.
Who you are?
He was 37, jobless with a couple of grand. That's Ricky Gervais.
Wow.
And there's man out here that are 30, 31. I don't know what I'm doing in my life. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Well, it's illusions, isn't it?
Egypt.
The illusion is that you're getting old and you're gonna die soon and you don't. I'm telling you, man, that shit is an illusion. Oh, you're supposed to have this at a certain time and all of these type of things. It's an illusion. I felt it. I'll be honest. I've talked about it many times here. I felt it too, and then I realized it's an illusion.
Do you know what? This ain't even a
And it's someone else's idea. It's someone else's idea that I'm incorporating into my life, and I'm putting value on it.
It's
Someone
crazy.
else said that you're supposed to do this by then and that by here and whatever. It's someone else's idea. I put value in it, and then I realized, hold on a minute, this is someone else's idea. This is an illusion.
This ain't legs. Let's open this up.
Strongly.
I genuinely believe that there is an issue with this situation, and I think we should be more concerned with what our people them are saying and trying to figure out how we incorporate that into real life. Now, my uncle's 57. He's still out here flirting. So I don't care what Yorks he tells me to do by 30. My uncle's out here big with...
57-year-olds flirting is a joke.
But he's in his dance, listening to his Beres Hammond
Right.
with his other 50, 51-year-old women doing their thing.
Yeah.
Don't tell me for settle down. Settle up, man. And when you're ready, you settle down. This pressure. I don't want this pressure. All my brethren are now they're getting divorced.
Yeah, but did he had a long-term relationship at one point? Did he
With
have one of them?
himself.
Oh, brass.
Yes, picnic.
Well, you know.
And it's different strokes for different folks. Do
Of
I
course.
agree with all of the strokes? No.
No, of course.
Of course not. But they're there.
No, I hear it.
So come on, man.
Is there anything else?
I got things, I don't know, let me see what I've got in my likes. I used to have howlers, but let me just go to my
Like, go
likes.
likes.
My likes, because you can't see them no more.
You can't see
my
them.
likes. I liked David Lammy's tweet here. It says, growing up, my mother adored the royal family. Her late Majesty, the Queen's life of service, exemplified the values that unite our country and society. His Majesty, the King, continues that legacy of service, honoured to accompany His Majesty for the first time on a state visit. Yeah, man. I think there's loads of things you would not want to be in life, and there's things that you want to be in life. And if I had the choice between having no dick but still living in life or being David Lammy, chop my dick off. I couldn't think of anyone worse to be. Take it. I'll just imagine wanking it. Got kids anyway. What a fucking idiot. So
I knew that had to be
He
going
comes from your
somewhere.
ends, though, innit?
huh?
He comes from your ends.
He's not ears for
Yeah, he
both,
comes
innit?
from my ends.
Your ends, yeah.
Yeah, I don't come from his. Another thing that I had in my likes,
That's hilarious.
but I don't like it, is Little Dirk has been arrested. And when I took a look,
Really? Wasn't he here the other day?
Little Dirk, yeah, exactly.
Did he give the keys to the city?
Keys
So
to
they
the
gave
city.
two of them. They gave two.
Oh,
they
you
gave
stay
him
there
two-
and laugh. Is
they
that what
gave
you're
him
doing?
2 keys.
Is that what you lot are doing?
Well, one.
Nah,
He
man.
got nicked. I thought he had the keys, bro.
Like, that's a bump. Imagine that they
Brother.
gave him 2 keys, yeah, and he's put him in jail and said, yeah, one of them is the keys to get out. You just gotta open it from the other way.
Do you want to read it? Do you want to hear this? Yeah, just stay there and laughing. No one's asked what he got arrested for. Look at you lot. 5 people in Chicago have been hit with a federal charges in California alleging that they were contracted to kill rapper Quando Rondo in Los Angeles due to the suspected involvement in the 2020 slaying of rival artist King Von. It said something along the lines of, I think they went and they doppied like 5 man.
Yeah. That was mad, actually. Enough, man.
So...
I think even more than that died. Still.
Yeah, so they done a few. So basically, he's getting hit with a massive RICO, and bro, it's like you said, he was in England the other day. They gave him like ability to fly. It just lets me know they were building up this case
100%.
and making him feel like everything is fine.
He got away with it.
And then,
Well, maybe he hasn't done it, so maybe he has busk. It will be fine.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
I hope he does. But you know what? The way things are going, I just feel like it seems like a lot of cases, a lot of people have been hit this year. I don't think these are cases that man started doing 5 minutes ago.
Well, these type of RICO cases. Let's say, for example, now
Yeah.
this does go to trial.
Yeah.
Not everyone's getting off.
Nah. So someone's gonna go down.
Someone's getting a big bird.
can't be
The
done,
Young
man.
Thug thing is like that has been probably one of the longest trials ever.
It is,
I
isn't
don't know
it?
I don't know what that looks like because I haven't been following it recently. But
Well, the last time, I think. Well, sorry to cut you. I just thought the judge got really upset, right?
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Because it's a mess. They're all just trying to. It's a game, innit? And everyone's just trying to do all kinds of shit and being disruptive. And that's one of the reasons why it's gone on for so long. But you know, I don't know. Not everyone's gonna get away with that shit. But that thing with King Von and Young Dirk and all of them lot, yeah. That was a very, very serious thing and a real serious time. And the unfortunate thing is, see, Little Dirk, sorry, not Young Dirk, Little Dirk. See when like Little Dirk comes from an environment, yeah, where all that would have happened is he would have just been on the phone with a man that was talking about something or the other, and they would just place him in that. But they will look at him because Little Dirk is a guy. They'll just have him as the
headline,
in
of
that.
course.
When these times I'm just having a conversation, like my brethren are shooters. I can't help what these men are gonna do.
But
We're just
remember,
talking on the phone.
remember, the government don't do advertisement like that. They don't go, yeah, we got Little Dirk. It's the media. So what the media is saying and what these wankers are saying is completely different things. They'll have his government. If it was up to them, we wouldn't even know. And the reason why I know this is true, because another one of my liked things is a man called Mike Jeffries. There is no reason for me to know an 80-year-old white geezer with grey hair who clearly has had multiple surgeries on his face to the point where he probably doesn't even look like he was meant to look when he was 80 years old. God knows what he looks like. The question is, what's he done? Well, former Abercrombie and Fitch, I can't even remember how to say that. It was a horrible brand in the dark. I never went inside. I had better things to do in my life. The CEO has been arrested on a shocking sex trafficking. Young men.
What?
Yeah, Jeffries along with his partner Matt Smith and another man. There was a trio of them. Jim Jacobson was taken onto police. Taken into custody by the FBI. Oh my God. For his lavish parties as well as abuse that happened in them with young men.
Wow.
So
well, I got a question to ask though.
Go on.
See when you hear about like the trafficking, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the difference between flying someone in and trafficking?
Basically, as I knew you were gonna ask that question, I just started looking at my phone because
You get what I'm saying? If I'm ringing someone, I'm saying, yo, come in, there's some arse here tonight where we're gonna, you get what I'm saying, yeah? I'm flying you in.
I'm gonna keep it real.
But if it's trafficking, what does that look like? Bundling in a whip or?
With me, this is just, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for anybody else. The first time I even, quote unquote, was going to fly my girlfriend with me somewhere, I sent her the money and told her to pay for it.
You sent her the money and said pay for it? Why? Just in case she was going to get done for trafficking?
No, I didn't even think that far ahead. You just pay for it. I don't know why. It just felt right to do at the time. And if it was any girl I'm going to see, oh, you want to come see me? Yeah, I'll send you the money, man, pay for it.
Okay, because in that way, you've paid for it.
You've decided to be here.
Yeah.
I don't trust nobody.
Yeah. So I think the next part is if you come into my environment and I abuse you, then I've flown you in for me to abuse you, which I flew you in. There was a bit of traffic when you've got here.
It's not that, you know what it is? People don't listen to expectations if you spoil them. So you have to find a way to spoil them. So it's got to be like, yeah, you can come. I'll send you money for the ticket. And because I've said but, you're going to listen. If I just pay for your tickets, you're flying over. Even some of the Mandem, they're flying over now. They're doing their thing. They think it's just all... No, big man, go pay for your own breakfast.
Yeah, I'm just
Go
trying
pay
to...
for your own breakfast.
I'm just trying to look at like... If you've come over, if say in that situation, yeah, you've given them the money, they've paid the money, they've come in, you have abused them, then that's just abuse, isn't it? But because it's just abuse, I'm just trying to find out the traffic.
I don't worry about the traffic because I don't do that. But for the purpose of this conversation,
You get what
let's
I'm
talk
saying?
about
The traffic, as far as I know, is raw. I'm bringing you over. In a way
Chuckie.
where you are. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a
And the
bit
thing
techie.
is it?
You might not even know what I'm bringing you over for. That could be it as well. So like, listen, you know what? Come over. We're just gonna have a look. We're just gonna electrolytes. We're just gonna do that. I'm bringing you over. We're just gonna share some electrolytes. Anyway, now I've brought you over, and then I've done some. You get what I'm saying? Now that's trafficking, isn't it?
That's mad.
Especially when you bring a whole bunch over.
That's why you should have.
Exploitation small. This is the exact one. Trafficking in persons shall mean the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harbouring, or receipt of persons by means of the threat of use of force. So essentially,
Oh no, deception. Coercion.
So deception is the same thing. So I'm bringing you over.
Exactly.
You don't even know, yeah. So I'm just saying, yeah, we're gonna do some electrolytes. When you come over now, next minute I'm electrolyting your thing.
The one that's dangerous here is abuse of power of a position of a position of vulnerability. Abuse of power could in this.
If you're Diddy and you're saying, listen, like I'm doing X, Y, and Z, you're thinking, oh my God, this is Diddy. Like, how do I say no to this because he's Diddy? Then you've come now and then Diddy's put thing in your drink and you don't know who's done it.
But also,
and you're asking
like somebody who's like a social media influencer.
One sec. Exploitation shall include, at minimum, the exploitation of the prostitution of others or other forms of sexual exploitation, forced labour or services, slavery or practices similar to slavery. Jesus.
Servitude.
Can I ask you a question? Why is that even appealing to anyone? Like, why do you live a life and go, do you know what, those are some decent options. I might just jump on board that, a bit of prostitution, getting some sexual... But there's so much better options in life, people. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird. I don't know. Everyone, to be honest with you,
anyway.
If we live by the letter of God, these things are not even issues for us. But since you don't, because obviously I'm a virgin, you gotta sort your shit out, man. Sort your shit out, man.
Yeah, man. Well, anyway...
You say we're going Nando's today or you forget again?
No, Nando's today, to be fair.
I'm being nasty now because I didn't even recommend it. I didn't recommend it. I didn't say nothing about it. I'm just...
I just need to... But I can't...
EA, can you do it?
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey.
Oh!
Oh!
Now, do you know what? Now, hear this, yeah?
Go on.
Remember I said my mum went gone, yeah?
She come back now.
She's back, but then I said to her, oh, come to my yard and we'll get food from my house. But then she said to me yesterday, oh, nah, can we just be near mine and we just go get Nando's? That's what she said to me yesterday.
So what are you saying?
I'm going Nando's with my mum. I'll come still Nando's, innit? But I'm going to eat Nando's. I'm not going to eat Nando's.
Is it the end, yeah?
It's the end. Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah, boom, anyway.